What's up, everybody? Isaac back again with a very important video today. We're going to go over step by step in detail how to start your vending machine business. First thing I want to get out the way is the difference between a vending side hustle and a vending business. Now, if you're looking to create a vending machine business, then this is the video for you. I will also do another video on what you need to start a vending side hustle. And trust me, the two are very, very different. So, without further ado, let's get into the step-by-step process. So, number one, vending machine business. Boom, there's an indicator for you. You will need a business. So it could be an LLC. You could also be a sole proprietor. Either or, it's completely up to you. You can start an LLC. You can start a partnership if you have a partner, or you can go about it and be a sole proprietor. It's completely up to you. For me, in my business, we have an LLC, my wife and I, and we used LegalZoom.com. And you could Google, other websites to start up your business. There's many of them, and there's probably a lot cheaper than LegalZoom. So go ahead, check that out. And for those of you who are sole proprietors, you actually don't need to. There is no startup cost for being a sole proprietor. You are the business. All you would need to do is register a DBA. And a DBA is a doing business as. So you could be me, my name's Isaac Vance, and my DBA would be Vance Vending. So when you come up with your business name, you'll need to register that with the county that you live in. I know some of you might live in different states, so you would just type in the county you live in and DBA. And then once you have all that handled, you have your LLC, if you're a sole proprietor, you have your DBA, you would register to get your seller's permit. You will need a seller's permit because you will actually have to remit taxes to your state for everything that you sell. So for that, you could just go on Google, and this is by state. So type in your state and then type in seller's permit. And it's one form. It's really quick. It just asks for your business information. So you'll already have that handy. So you just fill that in. So now that you have your business set up and you have your seller's permit, the third thing, the biggest one, you will need to find a location. Location. That is the name of the game. That could have a big impact on your business, whether you're making thousands or whether you're making hundreds. So I will do another video on how to find, high traffic locations, or honestly, even, medium to small locations are good as well. They have a low entry as far as budget is concerned. Oftentimes you don't have to pay rent, or you don't have to pay a percentage of your profits when you find a small to medium location. But if you guys are interested in finding those high traffic, $1,000 plus profit a month, then I'll definitely put a link in the description to another video on how to go about that. So after you find the location, then you purchase your machine. Now there's two routes you can go. You can go use the machine, or you can go new machine. So some tips for you for a new machine: you can also finance it. Not a lot of people know that. You don't have to pay $3,000 to $4,000 for a brand new machine. You can, if you have decent credit, you can finance it. I know a few websites. There's Vending.com, there's eVending.com, there's VendingWorld.com, and honestly, there's many more. Just in Google, type in finance vending machine. So that way, especially if you're new, you have a warranty, you got a new machine, and you could actually get it shipped to your location, so you never have to have it, sitting in your garage. So, there's a lot of benefits to buying a new machine, especially if your knowledge isn't that high on the actual machines. I know with vending.com, they actually have tech support. So if anything were to go wrong, since technically you don't own it yet, they'll actually, come out and fix it for you. So, I mean, that is a plus when you're in a very high traffic location. You definitely don't want the machine down for even a few hours. Now, the pros about a used machine is definitely the cost is a lot lower. To be honest, my first machines were used, found them on Craigslist, and they only cost me $250 each. Now, the main thing with buying used machines is you need to make sure that they're 100% working. So with used machines, you need to up your knowledge. So you need to definitely, YouTube, how to fix things. You need to know what to look for when you're even buying them, which I have another video about me buying my first used machines, so that'll help. And yeah, you could scale way quicker and the profit could come faster when you have a used machine. You own it outright. It's a low startup cost. You can get a few of them and start off with multiple locations. So, it really just depends on your budget and the route you're trying to go. So let's do a brief recap. 1, you got your business. 2, you got your DBA, things like that. Then you also have your seller's permit. And then next, you found a location. And then you purchased that machine. Now, after you've bought your machines, the next thing you want to do is purchase a card reader for those machines. Not only does it boost your sales, but the management suite will help you track your inventory, create sales reports, and honestly, it just makes life a whole lot easier. It even tracks your cash sales as well. So, especially with these high traffic locations, for instance, my mall, I have to submit my sales for every month to find out, how much I've sold, because if I go over a certain dollar amount, I have to owe them a certain percentage. So they want to see, how much I'm making. And not only for them, for yourself as well, you want to know how well your business is doing, how much are you selling, things like that. So for us, we are actually using Nayax card readers. I love it. We have the VPOS touch on both machines. It's like a bright yellow. I really think it attracts customers, and it definitely just helps control your business overall to stay organized and everything. It's amazing, and I believe they're only about 300 each, and it's about $10 a month. So honestly, it's a great investment. You need it for your business, especially if you're serious about this business, for data tracking, inventory and sales, everything like that. So definitely grab one of those. Now the next thing you would need to do is scale. So after you placed your machine, it's making money, you're tracking it, everything is organized, life is good. You want to take those profits you have and reinvest. That's how you really grow this business. And honestly, you don't need to scale immensely. I know a lot of, YouTubers are saying, grow to 10, 20, 30, 40 machines. I mean, that's if, you're dealing with like the small, medium traffic locations. If you can get, 5 to 6 really high traffic, malls, hotels, apartment complexes, things like that, a major auto body shop, you don't need that much, because you know what, guys, the main thing here is, are you trying to start a business or are you trying to be self-employed? Now, honestly, those are two completely different things, and we'll get to that in another video. But for myself, I'm trying to start a business. I'm not trying to work another job. I already have a job. Most of us are trying to quit our 9 to 5, so why would you create another 9 to 5, Now, another thing I'll talk about before scaling, sorry, I missed this, but it's a very important part, is taxes. Now, being self-employed at the moment, when you create that profit in your vending machine business, you will need to remit about, depending on your state, but you'll need to remit about 15% of those profits. Because being self-employed, you're taxed at like the highest rate that there is. So in a normal business, and like where I work at, when they tax us, it's only 7.5%. So the way it works is the employee pays 7.5% of their taxes, and the employer pays the other 7.5%. So if you guys didn't know that, your business, your company is actually paying half your taxes for you. So if you actually go into business for yourself, you are the business. So that's 7.5 with the other 7.5, and that's 15%, and that's a lot of money. So before you get these profits and start going crazy and spending all of it, or even reinvesting, you need to make sure that you're setting some aside for taxes, because remember, guys, we're starting a business here. This channel is all about big business. Yeah, we're a family business, but we don't want to be a small business. I want to be a big business. So we have to do everything right. That's why we're making sure we got all of our documents filled out. We're remitting all of our sales tax. We're keeping track of our sales, our inventory. We're having our correct licenses and permits. We're doing everything to the T so we can scale and we can, hand this business off to the next generation. You know what? One more thing I forgot, guys. You can place this under number 3, under finding a location, is creating a website. Now, when you reach out to a lot of these locations via email, you want to definitely plug your website. And, you have no reason to not have a website. It's 2021. So if you don't have a website, these property management companies, these major companies are going to know that you're not legit. You're starting a vending side hustle. They want to go in business with a business. So, a few websites that you can create a free website is WordPress.com, Squarespace.com. I know there's Wix.com and Shopify. So if you're really serious about starting this business, definitely create a website. And that speaks for itself. You don't even have to have a business card. You type in your email, you call them, and you tell them to visit your website for any information. You have a form there, boom, you're all good. It doesn't have to be face-to-face, but it's 2021. So if you have a legitimate business, you have a website. And, that's it, guys. I went over all the step-by-step. I try to get as detailed as I can on how to start a vending business. Now, if you want to see how to start a vending side hustle, I'll post another video for that. It's going to be a lot shorter. But hey, not everyone is ready to start a business. But if you are, please subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications. I'm dropping knowledge bombs all day. I'm going to let you guys in on my business. We're going to go step by step. I'm going to deep dive into every single topic. I've learned from YouTube. I follow a lot of YouTubers, and it's very vague. I'm gonna go as deep and detailed as I can and be open and very transparent with you guys. So just stick with me, and I'll show you guys the ropes, and you guys will be with me along my journey. To quit my 9-to-5, because that's my plan. I want to run my business and be at home. But thanks for watching, guys. Hit that like button, and see you guys later.